Okay, so what we have here is a Bama Performance Tuner. It only works with one vehicle, but on that one vehicle you can read, diagnose different codes. You can delete errors or codes that pop up like engine lights, that kind of thing. You can find bulbs that are burnt out, sensors that are bad, or you can just delete the code and worry about it later. Anyways, but with this Bama tuner, you plug it in. It's got a USB right here that you would plug that into your computer, and through emails and other things you can download different settings for your car, basically a different program for your computer in your car. Or you can go to a dyno and get this thing dyno tuned professionally, and with that you can squeeze out just a little bit more, and it's right there. But SCT Bama has done a lot of research on this, and they've had many, say you get a different cold air intake, they got a tune that will go with that cold air intake, because they've tested every car, Mustangs and Fords, Dodge, Chevys. They've tested all these cars with all these different parts, intakes, throttle bodies, exhaust, injectors, camshafts, and they've tested these cars, and with other people that are doing it and getting tuned and getting the feedback, they can download a tune or send you via email, and you get a brand new tune for your car. So if I wanted to put new camshafts in this, they could email me a new tune. My car would run pretty well, but it's still advised that you would go to a dyno tune with something of that magnitude. But still, I mean, on average you're gonna get about 27 to 32 extra horsepower. On diesel engines, there is a significant more of a gain that you would get up in the like 100 horsepower with a diesel. But with a naturally aspirated engine or supercharged turbo, you're looking about 30 horsepower. And it's just gonna make your car run more efficient. Your transmission shifts are gonna shift harder, smoother, however you set it. And I will show you how you would program this, how it plugs in. I mean, this does retail for about $3.99, so it is expensive. They do have a version that you can do through Bluetooth that hooks up to your OBD2 plug, and you hook it up and then you use your cell phone as the actual tuner. But if the Bluetooth breaks connection, your computer is pretty much bricked, just like doing a BIOS and something happens on a motherboard. Now it comes with this plug. This plugs into your OBD2, and then it plugs in on this side to the actual unit to get power and transfer the data. It's basically like an HDMI is pretty much what that is. So yeah, we'll go ahead. I'll show you how this thing works, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you get a couple extra horsepower. It looks good. You can use it for gauges, like you can hang it in your window with the special, bracket, like a cell phone holder pretty much. Hang it in your window. You can use this to see engine, transmission, I mean anything that's on your car, this thing reads and will show you. And then later you can plug it into your computer and you get a graph of everything, what your car was doing. Say you floor it, you're gonna see in that graph when you floored it, what's it doing, when the RPM's raised up, what the fuel to air ratio is doing while this is happening. It shows you every aspect of every minute, second you run your motor. You can put it on the computer. You can do a certain type of like testing with this unit, and you can send in the results to Bama. They're gonna make a better tune for you. They're gonna tune the car to what those readings are. If you do this, like a testing 0 to 60, go and stop, like a certain sequence that you would do for them to find out how your car is running. You can send that in, or like I said, you can go to a professional dyno tuner and get it dyno tuned that way, which is probably more ideal. But it comes with you download the software, you plug it in, you can change tunes. Right now I'm running a 93 tune. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna change, say, my global timing, which is not recommended, but I mean, if you know what you're doing, you can do it. I can change transmission shift points, harder, softer. So we'll go in and I'll show you how this works. Okay, so we plug this thing in. It automatically comes up. Right here you can see gauges, data log, vehicle functions, vehicle info, main menu. We're going to go to program vehicle. It says this device is not legal for sale or use in California and pollution controlled motor vehicles. Press continue to start programming. So we're going to press continue. Now it says turn the vehicle's ignition key to the on position and hold the engine start button for 2 to 3 seconds. Do not start the engine. Okay, we do not have an engine start button, so we just continue. Please wait, this may take some time. Okay, now here's our different tunes. Preloaded tune support disabled. 87 octane, this is 87. Race Revive 1, that's the different tunes that I've done. Here's a 93 octane performance. Here's another revamp. Now all these are different programs that I have had put in here that are, you know, slightly different shift points. You can hold up to 10 programs, and right here, if I wanted to go to the 87, then I could run 87 octane. As you can see here, this is where I would run 93 octane. And that's my Race Revive 1. That's got the stronger shift points. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and do this Race Revive 1. This may take some time, please wait. Previous tune option change found. Load changes to option list. Next. Alright, here's your global spark. Your spark. Air fuel ratio, axle ratio, tire revs, speed limit. I have that turned off. Rev limiter is 6,650, and when it's driving, and when I have it in park or neutral, it's at 2,500, which is actually kind of cool when it hits the rev limiter really low like that. You can also use it as launch control. So high speed fan, I got it turned on there. Wide open throttle spark is at 0 degrees. You don't want to detonate your engine, so you really do not want to mess with that too much. We're going to go ahead and go over here to approve. See, I could adjust my shift points right there if I wanted to. You just press over, or you press select, and then you can change from there. So we'll go to back, and then we'll go ahead and approve, and then we're gonna go ahead and continue. It's gonna do like that. Checking memory systems. Turn the vehicle ignition key to the off position. Turn the vision key to the on position. Starting up process. Now the car is going to do some crazy stuff. As you can see, every light in the car is on, and I no longer have any miles on my car. It's just little lines. It's at 8% right now, and I mean, it takes a couple minutes. You want to make sure that you have a fully charged battery. You do not want this to cut off while you were programming your car. I mean, your car is bricked just like a motherboard. It is over. I mean, and this can be a very scary process. You are programming your ECU, and if anything were to happen, you're pretty much screwed. I mean, you can go get another computer, but I mean, if you've ever put another computer in your car, it never works right. It just, your factory computer, you want to last and you want it to work. And programming these things over and over, they say it's not a problem, and they say you don't have to, before you download the new tune, that you do not have to go back to the factory install. So, you know, before you do anything, when you plug this in for the first time, it's going to download your factory tune, the way it came from the factory, the way the computer was programmed from the factory. Well, and there you go, 100%. Please processing, please wait, data, whatever, and it saves that program. And then, all right, this tune has been programmed successfully. Hit done, and then we can go to gauges. We can use this as a gauge. Go ahead and start the car. The car's running fine. Get this AC cranking, it's hot as heck. Okay. And here we go. Now it is gonna load up some gauges. And as you can see here, and you can pick what gauges you want. Waiting for data still. There we go. Intake, air temperature, load, fuel trim, fuel pump cycle, desired idle, coolant temperature. And you can change this around. You can, and then you see there, the car, here I'll show you again. I have, before I could rev this thing all the way up to 6,500 RPMs, and now I've set a rev limiter. Look at that, full throttle. But if I were in drive, it would let me blow the motor up. All right, so there you have it. That is the Bama SCT tuner. More horsepower for you if you want to go a little faster. This has been Dustin, and I'll see you later.